Hello and welcome. I'm Joe Herrle, and this is a Real Assets Advisor Hot Minute. Today, we're going to spend a hot minute or so with Joe Herrle. Joe is the Vice President of Alternative Assets Research and Portfolio Management at Ferguson Wellman. Ferguson Wellman is a Portland, Oregon based RIA providing investment management services to individuals, families, foundations, and endowments, along with retirement plan sponsors. Ferguson Wellman oversees approximately $9 billion of client assets. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks so much for having me, Ed.
Joe, you ready for a hot minute?
I am. Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it. Hometown of where you currently reside.
I live in Portland, Oregon. It's also where I was born and raised.
All right, alma mater and college major.
I went to the University of Portland and graduated with a degree in accounting.
All right, first job as a kid.
I worked as a day laborer for my uncle's construction company here in Portland.
All right, first job as a professional.
I was an auditor for Hemming Morse down in the Bay Area early in my career.
Okay. You review hundreds of alternative investment opportunities. What are some of the characteristics you commonly see in the opportunities you and your team end up recommending?
Well, the most important thing when selecting a manager is quality of the manager. And what it really boils down to is, do I trust these people with my client's capital? And it comes down to an alignment of values and investment philosophy and long-term outlook.
Okay. When it comes to private clients, what's the thinking around the inclusion of alts or real assets in their portfolios?
So we started allocating to alternatives and specifically real assets back in 2016, at which point our clients weren't so sure what these were or why they needed them in their portfolio. But as time's moved on, they've come to appreciate them. They've really proven themselves through market cycles and earned their spot in portfolios to the point where clients have come to expect them in their portfolios.
Okay. What type of alternative or real asset vehicles have Ferguson Wellman private clients had the most success with?
We've had a lot of success with the evergreen strategies. We've used all different types of vehicles from drawdown funds to interval funds, but overall, evergreen strategies have given us the best experience for the client, and operationally, they're much easier to use. And it gives instant allocation to alternatives on day one investing. You don't need to deal with cap calls and uneven cash flows.
Okay. Best thing about working at Ferguson Wellman.
I think if you asked anybody here, they'd say the people. I love working with the people here. We've been around for over 50 years and we've been able to attract and retain really great talent and really quality people. And it comes down to the way our company is structured and the shareholder ownership. Over half of our company owns shares in the company. And I think that's really been the reason why we've been able to attract really great people.
Okay. Talent or useless talent you possess that most folks don't know you have.
So I played rugby from high school to be a couple years after college, and I still have a pretty good drop kick. It's a pretty nice party trick, but it is useless now.
All right. Person dead or alive who isn't a family member you'd most like to have dinner with.
I'd love to have dinner with the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king. I've been reading his book Meditations. There's a lot of wisdom there, and I think I could learn a lot from him.
All right. At what restaurant would you choose to have said dinner at? And what would you order?
I would take him to my favorite restaurant in San Francisco. It's called Kokari. It's a Greek restaurant. I'd order the lamb, and I think the emperor would appreciate the Mediterranean fare.
All right. Lamb at Kokari. Sounds pretty good. You can connect with Joe directly on LinkedIn. And for more information on Ferguson Wellman, you can visit fergusonwellman.com. On behalf of the team here at Real Assets Advisor, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.